Make a lot of noise, don't you? If you grab a seat, guys, I promise we'll do the competition after. Because the guy that we've been waiting for has arrived. Let's make some noise for the one and only Benedict Wong! We can keep that going, come on!
Thank you.
Have it, take it. I'm sure I've got spares.
There you go.
It should be on when you start talking now.
1, 2.
There we go.
I was regional finalist for flossing.
It shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
The shower drying flossing, yeah. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be home.
I know, welcome back home.
Yeah, thanks. I used to live over there. No, in the corner.
So, have you
CJ.
been in Manchester long, visiting family or friends or anything?
I got in last night, and then I just kind of started visiting old haunts where I used to work and where I used to drink. I mean, there was a place called Gorilla on Whitworth Street, and before Gorilla, it was a fringe theatre called the Green Room, and I used to sweep the floors and collect tickets and watch a show, and I didn't get paid. You just got half a lager, and you'd watch a really good show. So that was part of my my grounding, really. Yeah.
And now, look at you right now. Massive crowd all here to see you. Would you ever expected that?
No, not at all. Yeah, it's a bonus. Thanks. Hey.
Well, we're so glad to have you here with us. So,
Thanks.
what I've been doing with all the guests, well, it's the first time I've ever met you. So, I feel like I want to get to know you that little bit better.
Oh yeah.
And we've had some controversy with some of these answers as well, haven't we? One of the guests told me to go away in a very not polite way. That was interesting. I'm sure that would be.
Okay.
So we
I'll
like
choose that one.
Yeah. Please don't. So we're going to have a little game of getting to know you, which is either or questions.
Okay.
So it's very simple. You have to pick one. So, for example, are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog.
Dog? Everyone seems to go with dog.
Cats don't. You know, you give them food. They don't come over to you and say thanks. They just go off. They don't tell you when they're going to come back. They want a door for that they can go about their business. A dog, he's always with you, isn't he, hanging out?
I'm a cat person. I think they're very independent when they don't scratch your legs at like 3 in the morning.
Right, okay.
Right, so next one.
Dog.
Let's go with
Dog all day.
Facebook or Twitter.
Facebook or Twitter? I think I'm more on Insta. Yeah. Yeah.
Instagram. Do you use your Instagram much at all?
I do. I just kind of sort of leave things. I guess when I'm sort of old and rocking in a chair, I can just have a look at where I've been and you know what I was up to. I guess. Yeah, it's kind of nice to sort of share the things that I've been up to. I guess. Yeah.
Well, I suppose you've probably done a lot of traveling for all of the promos for everything you've been doing.
Yeah, I have. I've been. I kind of sort of mainly been. I didn't do much Avengers as I was filming Gemini Man with Ang Lee, who's directing it. Jerry Bruckheimer's behind it, and I don't know if you know this actor called Will Smith. He's in.
I heard he's a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think up and coming actor.
Very promising career.
Yeah, very fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. So we were filming in Savannah, Georgia, and Colombia, and Budapest. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing. I'll ask you two more. Are you more of a TV person or a book person?
TV. I just watch loads of kind of. What do I watch? Yeah. I guess TV. Yeah.
TV. Is there any particular shows you enjoy at the minute, or you've been binge watching?
I enjoyed Altered Carbon actually. I really like. I was enjoying watching that. I love the world that they created there.
Well, they've just announced a fellow Avenger actually. Anthony Mackie's going to be in season 2, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be cool.
Oh, congrats.
So
congrats.
get your elbow in there and get in season 2 as well.
I'm all right, thanks. Yeah, good. Got my own series.
That is true, and I'm going to actually we'll jump straight into that.
That's a nice segue.
Yeah, very good. Deadly Class.
Deadly Class, yeah.
Yeah, the trailer came out at San Diego Comic-Con last week.
It did. I was over there.
Would you like to tell us more about your character?
Yeah, Deadly Class. I play Master Lin, who is a head of a secret academy of assassins. and it's the elite criminal underworld's offspring who I'm sort of teaching. And the Russo brothers are behind it as well. And Rick Remender, who wrote it, is also writing it. So, you know, it's going to be a really good transition from graphic novel to screen. Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of action in there. Can we expect to see you doing some of the action scenes at all? Or are you kind of more of a overbearing kind of head teacher of the school?
I think there may be, yeah. I haven't actually received the 9 episodes that I'm about to film in around August time. Yeah, we start. Yeah.
Because it's early 2019. It's going to be on Sci-Fi.
Yeah, it's going to be on Sci-Fi. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. The kids that they've got on there, just I mean, it's bizarre because all of a sudden I've become the veteran. It's like, how did I get so old? And all these 19, 20-somethings, they're brilliant. The kids are really great. So I'm just really looking forward to be working with them. Yeah.
It's quite an evil role as well. It's kind of
Is he?
overbearing.
Is he?
He seems to be. From
Okay,
the trailer, from what I can see. You're not going to give us many details on this at all, are you?
No, I mean, I don't really think you can just label them as they're evil or they're the bad person. I mean, and I think all of us really. I mean, it just it's that time I think when you sort of clock off into the mortal coil that we don't know, and you sort of count up, you know, your good or bad points, don't you? I guess, but. We'll see what sort of character he is. Yeah.
So I believe you showed, I don't think it's online yet, but I think you showed 13 minutes at San Diego Comic-Con when it went down very, very well.
Yeah, there was lots of whooping and cheering. Yeah.
Anything you can tell us from those 13 minutes, just to kind of give us a preview of what they expect?
No. They were very pleased, though. Yeah, the hardcore Deadly Class fans, yeah.
Right, well, move on for that, because I'm trying to get as many details as I can. But if you haven't seen it, check out the trailer. It looks amazing. It really does. So why don't we talk a bit of Marvel?
Yeah.
Bit of Marvel. Now, you were in the film Doctor Strange. Oh, there's a lovely photo of you there as well.
That's nice.
So when you started filming Doctor Strange, it was very different from previous Marvel films. It's very CGI heavy and working with a character that not many people would know. Yeah. So, no problem.
Do a mini strip.
If we know more, had the music ready, you know.
Thank you. There's a tip jar down at the bottom. Help yourself.
So, what was it like going on the set of Doctor Strange, knowing you are working on a film with a not as known character, which is now becoming very loved?
Well, I first got Doctor Strange whilst I was filming Marco Polo playing Kublai Khan, so I was kind of all over the world at that time. I started off in Budapest, and then I went on tape again in Slovakia, and then I finally got the gig in Malaysia, and the schedule was so tight they just moved it. I literally finished the whole series, got on a plane, dumped my bags, and went straight to where were we, in Longcross, and then was on set, and then proceeded to do a scene with jet lag. So I was in my own sort of time paradox.
The character becomes very lovable straight away. It's kind of like the humour of the film as well. And we didn't get as much screen time with your character as we would have liked. Was it tough trying to get the impression of the character straight away with very little scene time throughout the film?
Well, from all the sort of source material that I looked at, you know, it's kind of, I think it was kind of made, you know, back in the 60s, you know, and that kind of, I don't know, all that sort of tea manservant thing wasn't kind of resonating with me, and then I remember when Kevin Feige and Stephen Beresford, is it Stephen Beresford? I think it is, came into the trailer. I said, look, we can really move on from that, you know, and they said that's exactly what we're doing. And I think it's good that we have, you know, he's like this midfield general, and he's kind of, you know, a confidant to Strange, really. So, you know, we're entering into a new phase of how to represent Wong for a modern audience, is what we need, yeah.
So when you signed up for Doctor Strange, was it kind of a one kind of film deal, or was the opportunity, as we see now, to appear in other Marvel films?
Yeah, it was. I guess you sort of signed for a number of films, but I guess that always depends on the audience whether they're into it. You know, I believe there's a Doctor Strange. I mean, there's a long queue, isn't there? That's going on already. You know, we're doing. You know, I am going back to Atlanta in September to finish Infinity War as well. So.
Big woo at that.
I got one woo. One person's seen it. Um,
So, saying that,
Yeah.
and I wonder if I can get this out of you, your fate in Infinity Wars was kind of left up in the air. Can we assume that maybe you survived the dusting?
right, well, what actually happens, you know, he did quite a lot, really, in a very small, short space
You're
of time.
badass, chopping people's
Yeah, he
arms
chopped
off.
his
and-
arms off, he saved Iron Man, he got invited to a wedding, and then he had to protect the Sanctum Sanctorum. It's pretty good. Round of applause, please, for that.
I noticed you're avoiding the question, though.
So what happened was, oh, sorry, and then he also goes to the clearly, and then, and that's really all you need to know.
And you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go, guys. Spoiler.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the newspapers writing that article tomorrow. But
Thank you, Norman Collier. Sorry about that. I think you joke.
so we can at least assume you're going to be in the next film in some form if you're going back to film.
You could possibly say that. I could.
Possibly. Well, we hope that we're going to see. We hope we're going to see him in the next film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Any idea on a Doctor Strange 2? I'm really trying, guys. I know what Marvel are like for spoilers.
Well, I think, as Kevin Feige said, I think they'll know closer to the time when they release that. I mean, I think there is. What is there? There's a Guardians. There's a
Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2. There's a Captain Marvel. Yeah.
Another Avenger.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in appearing in any of the other films? Like, would you be happy to appear in Spider-Man or appear in Captain Marvel in
Would
some
love
way?
to. Would love to. Yes. Yeah.
You're very tough to get things out of. You're so
Am
good.
Am I?
He's good at hiding spoilers. Do we think we should have some fan questions? See if you can do a better job than me right now. Do we have any fan questions? Come on, and I'm going to come out, and yous can grill them and try and get something out of them. Because I'm feeling badly. Right, okay, what's your question?
It isn't Marvel related, though. That's fine. What was your favourite part about filming the Black Mirror episode you were in?
I love that Black Mirror episode. I just think it's been fantastic that it's kind of had this transition that's moved over from Channel 4 to Netflix, and I just think every single one is a real sort of conversation piece, really, that you can really enjoy. And it's something that a character that I don't normally play, and I just enjoy being in it, really. Yeah, thanks.
Brilliant question. Okay, we'll jump the hall here. Keep your hands up, guys, and I'll come across.
Would you like to appear in any DC movies? And if so, which character would you like to take on?
I don't really know many DC. Well, I mean, there is Batman, isn't there? But Wong. I don't really know. Which DC ones? I'll get back to you. I'll have a little think.
It's a good question. Right, and your question, please.
Do you like DC superheroes?
We get on. We see each other every now and then for coffee. Yeah, they're all right.
Well, they're going to be needed with
All
half of the
right.
Avengers gone at the minute.
Come on, guys. I'm Marvel loyal.
Okay, next question here.
What's been your favourite role so far?
I think I really enjoyed playing Kublai Khan in Marco Polo. It's such a complex character. It's set in the 13th century in Mongolia, and he ruled the fifth of the landmass of the world. And a lot of his actions, shaped the world today. Yeah, I enjoy playing that.
Would you like to know my personal favourite of yours?
Yeah.
Prime from the IT Crowd.
Do you know Prime? Street Countdown!
It is one of the greatest episodes of the IT Crowd
Oh,
ever.
thanks very much.
Literally every time I see you shuffle out the door, I'm in tears. Every time.
That was CGI, actually.
Oh, right. Oh, broke my heart a little there. Okay, next question.
Chris, you took the words out of my mouth. I first fell in love with your acting career when I saw you in the IT Crowd, and I just wanted to say, it's not a question, but it's just you nailed that episode. You make that whole episode for me.
Thanks.
It was fantastic, so thank you for the laughter.
Thanks very much. Cheers, appreciate that.
Sorry, the steely question. Well, I'm not sorry, actually. Okay, here we go. I'll run along here. Do the shuffle.
Do the shuffle.
He's comfy now.
Do the shuffle. It went something like, I don't know if you know this character. It was like, I think they won. What was it now? Help me.
The IT Crowd, it was the countdown episode.
And Moss won.
It was when you're in the things like, yes, that's right.
He
I'm the
won
16th winner.
Once you win
Yeah.
eight countdowns, you win a countdown teapot. But then there's a special club that you're invited to. So anyway, I had to sort of move off mysteriously, didn't I? So I just did this sort of shuffle. That was it. The tip jar's over there if you want to.
It's on Netflix
Thank
as
you.
well, so check it out. It's brilliant. Okay, next question.
Aside from Wong, who's your favourite Avenger?
God, I love the Spider-Man, haven't I? There's a place that's no longer here no more. There was a comic book store, because I'm from Salford originally. Big up Salford. Odyssey 7, where I used to just go get my comics, and all three of them would be Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man. And, I just collected just those three comics, and I was forever enjoying all the movies, and, Tom Holland's is just an amazing Spider-Man. And just to get to meet Stan Lee as well was fantastic. So it's just been a bit of a fanboy experience that's kind of melded into work, but it's not work, so it's just been a real joy to be a part of it.
We're very jealous, I'm not going to lie. Right, Cap
That's
has a
all right.
question here.
You talked about you're not allowed to give out many spoilers and stuff.
Yeah.
But what's that conversation like? Do you get somebody to come to you and say, right, here's a script for Infinity War, have a read of it, do your bit, and then what? Do you get threatened with being dusted if you don't
No, you
tell
don't.
anything?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. You don't get given a script. You just get given scenes, and then you kind of go, well, what does this mean? Who's this? Who's that person? And you just do those scenes, and then I turned up at the premiere, not knowing anything about it, and nor did anyone else as well, and it was really wonderful. And I guess that's what they used to do in Shakespeare's time as well, because the actors would actually just have their lines, and then the one line that the other actor is about to say, and that's all they had, because I guess they couldn't really afford that many scripts, really. So it's exciting, yeah.
As a follow-up to that, are you given a kind of cheat sheet saying you're allowed to talk about this, you must not talk about this when you're out in like press conferences and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's just kind of a sort of a given, really, isn't it? You kind of sort of tickled and squeezed me out of a few things. I'm going to do it in September. What more do you want?
The date, the time, how we can get there.
Where I eat.
Who lives? Oh. Okay, next question here, young lad.
Who's your least favourite Avenger?
Ooh. Batman.
Oh. Who's my least favourite one? Thanos. Oh, he's not in Avengers. Who's my least one? I don't really have a least. No, I don't, yeah. Love, not hate.
Okay, next question here, young lad.
Out of all the people you got to work with on Infinity War, who was the best, funniest person on the cast?
I enjoyed working with Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo. He's great. Always have a bit of a giggle.
Okay, let's try and squeeze round, because we've got quite a few here. Young gentleman here.
Who's your favourite Marvel villain?
I did enjoy Kingpin. I think he was great in Daredevil. He's amazing. That actor's amazing. But obviously, you know, Thanos is. I mean, what a character. And the debate is he a villain as well? You know. Yeah.
Awesome. Right. Next question here.
Which Chris do you like the most?
I like prawn cocktail crisps. Sorry.
Which Chris do you like the most?
It's Chris. They're all great, aren't they? Chris who?
Chris Evans, Chris Pratt, and Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
I believe the saying.
They're all lovely, them Chris's. I've worked with Chris Evans on Sunshine. Yeah. Danny Boyle sci-fi film. So, yeah.
Awesome. Next question here.
Yeah, in behalf of my son, what was your favourite scene in Infinity War?
I'll work around here.
I kind of love doing all those action scenes, to be honest, and because I did a fight scene in Doctor Strange and it never made the cut, but so yeah, this time, you know, I was reading the scene, I was like, oh, I've got magic powers, this is amazing, and I kept really annoying the visual effects guy who's called Sven. And I call him Sven, the superpower provider. And you're the superpower provider. And every time I was doing these elaborate kind of sorcery movements, I go, Sven, I'm doing it now. I've got it. Yeah, but this is when I'm doing it. Just in case. Because if you don't tell them, I think, you look like you're kind of sort of, you know, clearing away from a massive cobweb or, you know.
Attacked by a wasp.
Exactly, you know. So
Is that how you got your motivation? You thought of a wasp and went...
Yeah, yeah.
Right, next question.
If you had to be in a different film series, what would you be in?
I'd love to be in something like Blade Runner, you know? Or just be like some sort of sci-fi detective.
Awesome. Right at the back here.
Yeah, so just wondering, was there any props you accidentally took back home or you wanted to, like the Infinity Gauntlet maybe?
Don't know what you're talking about. Got the Eye Agamotto. What happened was, day by day, they don't check your bags. You know, I took a piece here, I took a piece there. And then, you know, after the 50th day, they went, the Sanctum Sanctorum's gone. Can we check your flat? And just had to give it back.
Is your eBay name B. Wong on... Because I'm sure I saw some of those items go up the other day.
No comment.
Next question here.
When talking to Michael Rooker, he said that James Gunn told him not to follow the comic book adaptation of Yondu. Did the director say the same thing to you, or did they want a direct representation of Wong?
No, we didn't, because you know, from reading it, it was done in a long time ago, in the 60s, way back, and it really needed updating. You know, there wasn't kind of, it didn't resonate with me that he was a manservant or, you know, tea-serving and servile, and you know, as an East Asian actor, you know, I think you kind of want to be lifting it, elevating it, and we fight side by side, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so next question here.
Yeah, so I was just wondering, obviously you're from around here. What
Yeah.
is it like growing up here and then coming back to the con as basically one of the major stars?
It's really just humbling, you know. I just can't quite believe it. It's like last night, I just had a few drinks and I was like looking at Gorilla, the bar, and I asked to go in, and I was in this place which is now, you know, a club, but it used to be a theatre, and they just used to sweep the floors there, and I just remember just watching all those shows, and you know, I went to Salford Tech. I did 2 years performing arts. I you know, have much money, but there was a lovely lady, Judith, who was the house manager in the Library Theatre, and would just sneak me in so I could just watch a show, and I'm forever grateful for that. I just think you watch things and you kind of you imbibe them, and you kind of draw experience from them, and it was a great grounding for me to be here, and just so wonderful to be back, and kind of you blink, it's almost like you go back in time, and then now I'm here, and it feels great. Yeah.
Aren't we glad to have him back, guys, as well?
Thank you.
Okay, next question.
I used to watch Steve Coogan in the green room many years ago. I don't know if you were familiar with him being there. Did he stand-up shows in the green room?
No, I didn't. No,
Yeah,
did he?
and he's found his way to Hollywood, like yourself, from the green room. So is it a direct path to that kind of success? Was it through comedy, or was it a slow, gradual process?
There's a showbiz ley line in the green room. Was there? Do you know what? There is no path. All there is, just keep saying, like, don't think of the jackpot. Just kind of get the passion for what you want to do and act. And I started from one line here, 2 lines there, an episode here, a series there. And you build on that, and you hold on to the victories, and you close the doors from the things that keep, being a bit of a pattern, really. And just not think about things like that, and just kind of just keep going with if you play, and you treat that as you play scenes, just like play the action, and then the fruit will come of itself, so that's what's happened. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the final fan question seems fitting with Dr. Strange here. So what is your question?
So, if you could be any other Marvel superhero, who would you be?
It'd have to be Spider-Wong.
Spider-Wong, Spider-Wong.
Does whatever the Spider-Wong does.
Can we make this happen, please? So, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we are out of time, but how great has it been to have Benedict return back to his home in Manchester?
Thank you.
And who's looking forward to seeing him possibly, wink, wink, appear in the next Avengers? Possibly, Marvel lawyers. But again, let's hear it for the one and only Benedict Wong!
Thank you. Thanks so much. Cheers.